Hey, we're back again with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing the cefla prima, which we've had for about 18 months now, and I'm joined by a special guest, my dad.
Hey, I'm the old man, Mike Clare.
He's going to help me go over this. Stay tuned. So why do we get into finishing?
We started out doing cut to size and then assembled cabinets, and then we added finishing to the mix to get more business.
And we just did it all by hand, right?
Yeah, we started in 2019. We added a 10-foot open face spray roof, 12 by 12 drying room with one sunspot and 3 Kremlin pumps. Everything was manual.
Why do we have 3 pumps though?
We didn't want to spend any time changing the colors. So we had one primer, one with white paint, and we switched the third pump between the 2 different colors.
So it's just a quick way to keep it automated for us without spending all this time switching pumps back and forth and cleaning.
Yeah, and we were using lacquer, so you could leave it in the pump forever and never did any damage to the pump, so we just save time. And it's still legal.
So doing everything by hand, how many pieces can we put through in a day?
We did about 120 to 150 faces a day with 2 people standing, 1 person spraying.
And then in 2020 you took over and revamped the whole thing, right?
Yes. So we usually do our revamps at Christmas shutdown, so we moved the whole finishing area to another part of our factory. There's videos of that. We added a second sunspot, and we automated our sanding. So that eliminated a couple people. I basically did it all myself once we automated.
How did you automate the sanding then?
We were sanding by hand, and I kept thinking there's got to be an easier way to do it. And then Bob from CNC Automation came to see us and said, "Hey, I got something new. You're one of the first guys in Canada to try it." And it was an edge sander. I was like, "This is a lot of money to sand an edge of the door. It's ridiculous. I can't spend that kind of money." And he said, "Hey, I'll give you let you use it for a month. You don't like it, send it back." Okay, can't lose with that. So we tried it for a week. I said, "Come get your check. I'm keeping it." And we ordered a return conveyor for it right away because it was so fast. Then they offered us the showroom model of their Lauer brush sander. It was, I don't know, 10 years old, but it was basically brand new because it was only in their showroom. So adding those 2 pieces of equipment eliminated the manual sanding of the 2 people. So it enabled me to do it by myself. So with the labor shortage, that was a solution for that time.
How much more could you put through with these machines now?
I was doing maybe another 30, 40 faces a day, but I was by myself.
Yeah. Another thing to consider is that he's not working a full day on the floor either, so
Yeah.
every improvement you're increasing the output and decreasing your shop time.
Yep.
So even with the automated sanding equipment, we're still spraying by hand at that point. But that even the 2 pieces that sped up your process tenfold, that you didn't have to
Eliminate 2 people. So we've got a third of the manpower now, and we're doing probably 10 to 15% more in volume. So paid off in no time.
Yeah. And it's all exponential because now that we can put that out, we ended up moving to this building now. And then that's when we bought the cefla prima, which is the reason we're here for this video.
We moved this building in December 2021. We bought the cefla prima, and we had it running that direction, and Lauer running that direction, and kind of like we were envisioning putting a return conveyor on it. And I thought, well, I'll just prime everything with this, and then I'll spray maybe the white with it, and every other color just spray by hand. I used it for, I don't know, maybe a month, and it's like, hey, this is way better than I expected. So we spray everything through the prima unless it's less than 5 doors, because then I just spray it by hand. It's not worth cleaning out the lines and wasting the paint, the catalyst, and all the rest of it. We were still spraying lacquer at that time. Then we decided to try, if this was so good, we were going to try something more durable than lacquer paint, so we tried polyurethane. That has been a struggle for about a year, but I think we got it figured out now, and it's a bulletproof finish. It's hard as a rock. It doesn't scratch, doesn't nick. Far superior.
And when you spray stuff by hand, it's nowhere near as good as the quality of when it goes down the line.
No, no. It's much more difficult to get the same even coat. Don't get puddling in the corners or runs in the edges. Does the same finish every time.
Yeah.
And CNC come back
Never done.
and reverse the direction of the cefla. So now you'll see that we've got a conveyor, the lower, conveyor, prima, sunspot room, out the door to hanging. So if we're in a rush, we can process a rack of doors in half an hour, dry, ready to sand again. I'm usually not behind the 8 ball. I always try to keep ahead so there's no rush. But sometimes it happens. You need 1 or 2 doors to finish a job. You turn the sunspots on and get them out of there.
So everything in the finishing is just like everywhere else in the building, that it's complete overkill for everything we do, but it helps us produce a lot more than is necessary. So when we need to turn it up, we can get it done quick.
Like most of you, our busy season is November, October to December. I've done up to 5 kitchens a day by myself. This machine, 3 coats. Yeah.
With all the sanding advancements and with the cefla treatment all together, my dad's only on the shop floor 4 to 6 hours a day and sand and spray 3 to 5 kitchens in that time. I've seen him do it.
Normal day for me is 300 faces.
2022, Christmas.
Yep.
We got the new edge bander, and the whole shop had to be revamped. You can see the other videos of some of the stuff moving around in one of our previous clips. But that happening, we had to rearrange the center of the shop, which is where the Volpetto actually sat.
Yep.
So now it's closer over to the in-feed of the lower.
Yep. So working by yourself, sanding, the hardest part is to sand bridge panels and island knock because they're so big you move by yourself. So now I'm able to slide it off on the edge sander onto the in-feed belt spray system by myself. That helps a lot. So then the Prima, honestly, the only issues we've had with this since we got it is it came with a plastic handle to select the diverter valve, and we had to make our own steel handle because I snapped 2 of them and they're like $300 for a piece of plastic.
So that manifold, it shows 1, 2, 3 on it. What do those indicate for people that don't know?
I have 3 pumps feeding it, and I have 1 solvent pump to clean the whole thing out.
So you can just switch on the fly between 3 different colors if you wanted.
Yep.
With no cleanup and no lost time in mixing or changeovers.
No. Then we have we added a cycle mix after we went to the polyurethane paint to inject the catalyst. That's a little more difficult to use, but I think I kind of figured it out. We have had way more issues with the cycle mix than we ever had with any of the other pieces of equipment.
And then tell everyone how much you don't like computers and how easy this is.
Okay, everything on my side of the building is PLCs. Because I can press the button, I know what it does. I can change this fan speed easily. I can do test fires on the paper. It's not pulling up a menu and going through anything. It's pictures. So an old guy can figure it out. Same as the sunspots. They're just
an on-off switch.
On-off switch. How many minutes? How much rate of feed do you want? So now we have 6 sunspots in the room. We started with 1, then we went to 2, then when we extended this drying room, we added 4 more. So there's all the manifolds.
Well, if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for watching this far. It took us a while to get this going because I had some issues with the audio, but finally you'll see some of the history of how we built up to where we are with the finishing department and a few reasons as to why the Prima is a very good choice for spray line. We looked at a few other brands and it all came down to service. And listened to my dad talk that whole time. So thanks for watching again and stay tuned for the next one.